suit up and move out. What's up, guys? It's your boy, Saban. And today, that was my attempt at a Black Ops operator or a Black Ops intro. It was not that good. But point is, today, I'm bringing you a video of what I consider to be the most underrated Call of Duty of all time. Now, guys, that is a whopping large list because they only make a new Call of Duty every year. These guys are on copy, paste, and print with the same dang thing every year. But every once in a while, we get a Call of Duty that tries to mix things up, tries to innovate. And so right now, that was obviously Modern Warfare, and as you saw, Black Ops or Cold War, whatever it's called, pretty much copied it and followed suit. But that's neither here nor there. As I said, most underrated Call of Duty. So really, I just have looked at this, said which Call of Duty that I had the most fun on, that got the most hate. And, you know, I love Modern Warfare 2. I love World at War. I love Black Ops 1. I love Black Ops 2. You know, after Black Ops 2, there was some interesting games that came out. Ghost and Infinite Warfare and Black Ops 3, which Black Ops 3 still did really well. But as you can tell by the gameplay that is on screen, I think the true king of the underrated Call of Duty is Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I played the crap out of this game. This is the only game that I have dark matter in, or the last tier weapon camo. I remember when it came out, I believe 2 years ago, I pretty much played it non-stop for about 6 to 7 months. I thought it was a blast. As I said, it might be the most fun I've ever had in a Call of Duty. But for some reason, the Call of Duty community just hated it. I remember, I think it was kind of the first Call of Duty to really build out like a Reddit platform, or it's the first Call of Duty that I really paid attention to the Reddit. And I just remember there were post after post after post in its heyday. It was trash talking the game, calling it lazy. And so I want to take a step back and break down why I think it got so much hate, but I also want to comment on why I think it is such a fantastic game. Real quick, before I get into that, if you haven't subscribed, drop a subscribe. If you haven't liked it yet, drop a like. And if you haven't commented it and let me know if you played Black Ops 4, or if you play Call of Duty in general, and if you did play it, what are your thoughts on it? If you haven't played it, I would highly recommend picking it up. I think the multiplayer is incredibly fun. I'm also going to talk about Blackout, which, you know, I never enjoyed Battle Royales, but I'll talk about Blackout when we get there. But without further ado, let's just start and go through the game. So, Black Ops 4 did not launch with a campaign, which actually really angered a fair amount of people. They had like the specialist missions, which were kind of goofy. I never played them. I think I like watched one or two of the cutscenes. But I remember there were some people who were genuinely angry that Call of Duty didn't have a campaign. And to those people that were genuinely angry that Call of Duty did not have a campaign, or Black Ops 4 didn't have a campaign, you know what? I can tell you to go look at a door and walk out of it, because you are no longer welcome in this conversation. It's the same people that are going to like Halo Infinite purely because of the campaign. You folks do not have a valid opinion. I'm just going to flat out say it. What matters is the multiplayer. Look, I'm going to do a Halo ranking list. It's coming out soon, right? Halo 3 has hands down the best campaign in the Halo series. I love Halo 3's campaign. The multiplayer was so-so, okay? You have to be at a Halo 3 level to even get close to saying that the campaign matters. And I can tell you right now that if Black Ops 4 had a campaign, it would not be near Halo 3 level. In fact, let me take a step back. There is not a single Call of Duty game ever that is at Halo 3 level on the campaign, okay? Closest was Modern Warfare 2, but it didn't come close. So that's the point right there. If you genuinely were angry at Black Ops 4 because it didn't have a campaign, you can leave, okay? Your opinion is wrong. So that's the first thing. Now, what did the game come with? It came with a multiplayer mode, it came with zombies, and it came with Blackout, okay? So we'll start with zombies. I think they had a new zombies director. I don't really remember if that's the case or not, but what I do know is they changed up the whole formula. People did not necessarily care for that. I remember the zombies campaign, or if you did the Easter eggs, they were glitchy and it pissed people off. And something that you'll see as a general theme around Black Ops 4 is the game launched kind of unfinished. There were a lot of bugs. There were things that I don't think they thought the player base would figure out or achieve as fast as they did. And it was obvious that there were things to be added that weren't added when the game came out. And so one of them was there were just big bugs in the zombies, and there were situations in which people's games would crash right before they finished the zombies Easter egg. And so yeah, that's tough, and I get that. They also changed the formula. I wasn't a big fan of the change. I like just the simple, easy Juggernog, Speed Cola, Quick Revive, and Double Tap. Those were the days when it was just that easy. And they really messed with it in Black Ops 4. I will say I really enjoyed 9. I thought it was a great map. I thought it was one of the best maps maybe in Zombies history. It was a really good, just easy to understand. Wasn't overly complicated. It was a good map. So Zombies, it was fine. I don't think, I know that the Zombies community used to be huge. I don't think it's nearly as big anymore. In part, I blame Black Ops 4 and Black Ops 2 for overcomplicating things. I think Black Ops 2 was kind of the peak heyday of Zombies, and I think very quickly, by the time you got to Black Ops 3, it also started to go down because Zombies just got way overly complicated. I think Black Ops 1 to Black Ops 2 was kind of the peak Zombies, as I remember it. But I don't think Zombies made it or broke Black Ops 4. So what really did it was the multiplayer game modes. So multiplayer, I'm gonna end with what I think is the best, which is the multiplayer. So real quick, let me touch on Blackout. Full disclaimer: I hate battle royales. I don't like them. I don't enjoy the gameplay that they offer. Fortnite, Warzone, Apex Legends. I do not enjoy battle royales. I think they're slow. I like to be rushing. I like to be moving in. I hate camping. And battle royales are they're slow. People like to say, oh, well, it's quote-unquote tactical gameplay. And I just think that's a word for being a little baby. I understand their appeal, and, they're always fine to play for a few hours, but I think they're an incredibly repetitive and boring experience. So that's the preface to Battle Royale. Now, Blackout was really weird. It launched kind of pretty bad for a controller player especially. The UI was pretty tough if you were on controller. For PC, I think it was a little bit better. But that being said, there were just some weird bugs with it. The armor was weird. They ended up adding like repairable armor, but then that didn't work that well. The tier 3 armor was kind of broken. And I remember it made a lot of people angry. They had the 9 bang and they had the cluster grenade, which also made a lot of people angry. So those aspects, they had a lot of just things that people called crap, and I think they were right to call it crap. When it worked, it was fun, but again, it was a battle royale, and I know some people bought the game purely for it, and to those people, I'm sorry that you would buy a game purely for a battle royale. I would hope that you would make an investment based on the multiplayer, which should be the main feature, and not a battle royale, which I don't think there's such thing as a good battle royale. So, that's all I got to say about Blackout. Now, in the final few minutes of this video, I get to talk about what I really want to talk about the whole time, which is the multiplayer. The multiplayer of Black Ops 4 was obviously a fanboy's dream. They had, if you were a classic Treyarch fanboy, then I think Black Ops 4's multiplayer had huge appeal. They reused a ton of old maps. They were all the best maps. They had some new maps too, but there was very much an emphasis on the old maps in the game, as in they had slums from Black Ops 2, they had jungle from Black Ops 1, they had Havana from Black Ops 1. They copied a lot of aspects from previous games. They took maps that were popular maps and put them in the rotation. They also had a fair amount of original maps, and I thought they were all pretty good. The weapons, I believe it had the least number of weapons to launch with a Call of Duty game, which also made people angry. That being said, I also enjoyed the weapons that were in the game. I thought they were all unique, and I thought they were fun to use. And so the point is, the game was simple. It wasn't an overly complicated multiplayer. They took specialists, and in my opinion, they made them better than they were in Black Ops 3. I know a lot of people got angry about the specialist abilities, but I used Crash, and I thought he was fine, and I didn't have any special weapons or anything, and I never thought the specialists were overpowered. And the game was simple. It wasn't overly complicated. They messed with the healing, and they made it so you had to heal, and they gave players more health. And I think giving players more health is really what made a lot of the Call of Duty community angry. And it's funny because you can juxtapose it to Modern Warfare, which has, I think, the smallest health pool out of any game. And the actual motivation for this video was I was playing Modern Warfare earlier this week, and I thought, what I really want to go play is Black Ops 4. And the game you're watching is my first game back on Black Ops 4. It was on Jungle, and it was a freaking blast because you had more health. You could afford to rush, be more aggressive. The game wasn't campy. The game wasn't slow. The game wasn't built on head glitching. The game was built on rushing and getting a lot of kills. And so for me, Black Ops 4 was a very aggressive game. Yes, it was simple, but it worked. There weren't a ton of weapons, but all the weapons I thought were unique, and I thought they all worked well within the meta. I don't think there was... I mean, the ABR in the beta was overpowered. When it came out in the multiplayer, it was quote-unquote, underpowered, but that was the gun I used the most, and I had a blast using it. And so, point is, I think the game got a lot of undeserved hate because people wanted effort instead of just appreciating that what they got was fun. They wanted to see that the creators put a ton of time and energy and effort into innovating it instead of appreciating what they had. Because what they had was a fun game, but what they also had was a game that was made pretty quickly. And I think we can all admit that. But it was fun as hell. I don't like Modern Warfare. I don't like Black Ops Cold War. I'm going to be honest. Black Ops 4 is probably my favorite experience on a Call of Duty game. And it's just a shame that people wanted more, because I think if they would have just let their expectations for an effort level relax and just appreciated the actual level of fun the game was, I think it would have been a more popular game. I remember I would in closing, when I would review the Reddit every once in a while, a big complaint would be that the developers, hastily made this, or just kind of sloppily or quickly put it together, and that it was basically just reusing old assets and there wasn't a lot of new innovation. And again, I think that sums it up perfectly. The problem is, as I said, instead of appreciating how fun the game was, they instead decided to criticize what they had because they wanted innovation. And Call of Duty didn't need an innovation at that time. We needed boots on the ground, and that game brought it, and it brought it well. So that's my opinion of Black Ops 4. As I said, most underrated Call of Duty of all time. If you haven't played it, I would recommend. The player base is still active. I've had no problem finding matches, several different matches. It feels like there's a fair amount of players on it. I don't know the actual player count, but it feels like there's a fair amount of players. And so what I'll say is I had fun, and I think if you haven't played it and you just enjoy that arcade feeling Call of Duty, I bet you'll enjoy it too. Other than that, this has been your boy Zayman. I hope you have a good week. We got a Fortnite gameplay coming out tomorrow. It's a tournament that Triple and Marine won, so hopefully you like that if you like Battle Royale. Other than that, I'll catch you guys later.